Hey everyone, okay, so as I get older, my tastes in makeup and my preferences change, which is very natural. I'm not a big fan of contouring the cheeks in general anymore. I quite like to contour the nose lightly, and I like to contour the kind of hairline and sides of the temples. But when it comes to the cheeks, my problem is that you're adding color here. So you're going to contour with either a bronzer, a brown, or a sort of taupey grey brown, which is fine, it's going to hollow out. But then you've got to add color. So say you're going to add a pink or a peach or an apricot or a red, whatever you're going to use, you then have to blend that into that contour and things start to get muddy. Now, years and years, I've always used a fan brush to highlight the cheeks and to apply blusher. Now this is my fan brush and it's a natural brush and it is so soft. So I'm going to show you how I go about applying colour to the cheeks to give the illusion of a lifted, sculpted cheek without any contouring, because I'm not a big fan as I get older. So this is my palette. It's a double palette and I'll leave the link, but you can only get this in the UK, I'm sorry. Here's my colours, they're all NARS. So I'm going to pick a colour that I want to use on my cheek. So I'm going to pick this one. Now I rarely use one blush. So what I do is I take my fan brush and I just go like that, just to get colour on it. So the colour's on the centre of the brush. I just knock it off a little bit. And what I do is, I always apply blusher high up on the cheekbone. I don't want it here because when we smile, there's the apple, and then we lower our smile, and the blusher's lower down towards the lip area, and that never looks that beautiful, in my opinion. So, I like to start quite high up, and I start back here, and I just come in a diagonal, but I blend it up at the same time. So I'm not going just in one direction, I'm just moving it up and blending it in. So I'm going to do the other side. So again, starting quite high up. Now my mirror is 1.5 meters and a year and a half away from me, so I can't see a bloody thing. So who knows? But that's how I do it. So you start up high, right by the hairline, by the top of the ear, and you just come down and you kind of move it back and forward, not just in that one area. And what this does is it starts to lift the cheek. But the really cool thing is we're leaving this area the same color as our skin tone. So it's going to stand out even more. I'm just going to make this a bit darker because I can't quite see it in my mirror. So I'm just going to add a little bit more color just in this section here. And again, I'm bringing it back and forward. And the same thing again. Just going to bring it back and forward, nice and high on the cheekbone area. If you want to make them stand out even more, and this isn't contouring with color, because we're not going on under the cheekbone, we're going on top of the cheekbone where color goes. But if you want to make this even more beautiful, you can just go underneath with a bit of powder. This is the powder that I tend to use, and it's by Yves Saint Laurent, and it's a pink. It's called Soufflé, and it's just a pink color. But by doing this, you are further emphasizing the cheeks without any form of contour. And then I just knock it off. And all it does is it leaves this area slightly, fractionally lighter than the rest of the face, so that everything starts to pull up and just look. And I just love the way that that looks, because to me, I started working on women over 40, mainly over 50, and I wanted to pull the features up, I wanted to lift the face. And I found that this way worked beautifully, and I've always been a lover of fan brushes ever since, because you can even curve it slightly so you can get slightly higher up, but it just gives the most beautiful illusion. People will wonder where highlighter goes. It goes exactly on the same place, but up slightly higher on the tip of the cheek. So I'm just going to get a little bit of this, and it really is a little bit, because these are the Anastasia highlighters, so they're pretty pigmented. And I just go over that top bit ever so slightly, just to create a little bit of shine, so that the blusher and the highlighter become one with the skin, so everything blends in perfectly. And that is how I highlight and contour the cheeks with colour, but we don't go into the hollow. We go on the cheekbone and blend it up and down slightly. and we always angle it so you get this beautiful lift. There you go. Thanks so much for watching. All the information is right down there. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.